Good morning, sixth graders. So as you will see on the front of this packet, today our objective is to analyze how Jobs uses similes, metaphors, tone, and theme to motivate his audience. Go ahead and underline motivate his audience in our objective because we know that that is the purpose of his speech. And at the teacher station, you're going over how similes and metaphors really motivate his audience. And over here, so go ahead and underline this, we are going to focus on how tone and theme, we know what those are by now, motivate the audience. So go to the Independence Station page. I'm going to read for you one passage. This is from the third story about death. About a year ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. I had a scan at 7:30 in the morning, and it clearly showed a tumor on my pancreas. I didn't even know what a pancreas was. The doctors told me this was almost certainly a type of cancer that is incurable, and that I should expect to live no longer than 3 to 6 months. My doctor advised me to go home and get my affairs in order, which is doctor's code for prepare to die. So first, identify the tone, identify a theme, unpause when you are done. Actually, we can do this one together. I'm sorry. So for the tone, I read this, and because I see that it is about death, he's telling us about how the doctors told him to prepare to die. I know that this is a pretty depressing, sad, but then also in a way makes me feel appreciative of my life because for me, whenever I think about near-death experiences, it makes me want to appreciate my life more. So I'm also going to put appreciative for the tone because that's what I feel when I read about people only having a few months to live. Okay, so theme. We know that theme is a lesson or a moral. I read this and I think, what could Steve Jobs want to teach me right now? What lesson might this passage have to teach me? And maybe he'd want to show me that unexpected things can happen, or appreciate life because you don't know when it could be taken suddenly. He's sharing with me this near-death experience to teach me about how stuff like this can happen. Okay, so now that I'm looked at this passage, I know it's pretty depressing and sad. It makes me feel appreciative. And then I can tell that Steve Jobs is using this theme here. Unexpected things can happen. How is he using these two things to motivate the reader? Think. The reader is his audience, people who are about to graduate. How would this type of tone and this type of theme motivate graduates to want to be better people when they graduate? Think about his audience. Go ahead. I want you to be filling all the lines here. Please write very neatly. Unpause when you are done. Okay, so if you're watching this, you should have filled all of these lines. There is no reason to not get through all your Independence Station work today. Death is very likely, so now we're going to do the next one, but I'm not going to do it for you. I want to see you do this completely on your own, but I'll read aloud. Death is very likely the single best invention of life. It is life's change agent. Death clears out the old to make way for the new. Right now, the new is you. But someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become old and be cleared away. Sorry to be so dramatic, but it's quite true. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of other people's opinions drown out your inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. So identify the tone. And for theme here, guys, the theme's pretty easy. There's so many, and he pretty much just explicitly states the lessons he wants you to learn. So you can copy down themes and then fill all the lines right here. Read when you're done.